we're going to Adrian Jules right now. We're going to get fitted for my very first custom-made suit. I'm 37. Thought, I'm working hard. Get myself a custom-fitted suit. It got me thinking about how I got here, because the way I got here was interesting, because I dropped out of high school. 11th grade. My parents were alcoholics, and they were not nice, so I went to my high school vice principal and I said, you know, this isn't working for me, this school thing, but there was a recruiter from UTI, Universal Technical Institute. He came to our school, made a lot of sense to me, and it turned out you could go to school there and have a GED, which I received before I would have started my senior year in 2002. I was class of 2002, it was supposed to be. I dropped out and got my GED and went to UTI to learn to be a mechanic on October 5th, 2001. That should have been the start of my senior year, and I was doing that. Now, that is probably not the easiest way to get a stable life, dropping out of school, going to school like that, but it's what I had to do, or at least what I felt I had to do at the time. I then worked my way through the automotive business. Point today is this. There was a couple of years where I had more than 5 W-2s. There was one year in particular that I believe the number was 9 W-2s. Meaning, and I only kept one job at a time. The automotive business is volatile. I think it's probably one of the more volatile businesses you can get caught up in, because there's just a high amount of turnover in that business. But when I was 19 years old, living by myself in South Florida, feeding myself, I had some problems. I had some setbacks. I had a lot of setbacks. I drank way too much, and that behavior was nurtured by my parents, who I called for life advice and for approval. And to them, going out and drinking with my friends was a good idea because it made me happy. The problem was that I was staying out until 4 or 5 in the morning drinking, because in South Florida, the bars stay open until 6. I was a service advisor at a dealership, many of them, and I used to get to work at 7, between 7 and 7:30, depending on the job I had at the time. So I was getting to work unrested. I was getting to work, hung over, which makes your brain doesn't work as well. You're not as pleasant to work with. So I learned through failure after failure after failure that staying up and drinking with your friends isn't the way to have a stable life. And then as the years went on, I got less and less W-2s, and that's how I started to judge how I was doing with life. And eventually, it got to a point where I kept a job an entire year, which was, for me in my 20s, that was huge. Huge. Especially in the automotive industry, especially that this was between 2003 and 2008 in South Florida when the economy was tanking. And I never once got a handout from anybody. And I never once missed my rent. I never once missed my rent. I never once missed a car payment. I paid my bills. And the only reason that I was able to pay my bills is because when I lost the job for being a drunk idiot or being a jerk because I was feeling like a drunk idiot, it was never a performance issue. You guys know me, know I can sell. It was stability. And I got to a point finally where I was able to keep a job. And then when I was 29, I got into real estate, where thankfully I'm able to really grab a hold of some opportunity and pull on it. And things have been really good ever since. But today, we're going to Adrian Jules to have my very first custom suit made. And this means the world to me, because I've been in real estate now full time since 2013. It's the only job I've had. I have never had a second job. I've only made my money selling real estate, and that means the world to me. And today's a big day. All right. Walking into Adrian Jules' first ever custom suit. So excited. How are you?
What's going on, man? Good to see you. How we doing, alright?
Excited today, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
It's
fun.
my first custom suit.
I love it.
This is Nate.
Hey, Nate.
He's Peter.
Let me get your stuff.
Perfect.
Woo!
How are you doing, sir?
How are you?
Probably take this off. You don't want to put a belt in this right here, okay?
I'm just gonna do the waist because it looks like it's thinking for the fashion job.
Oh, I don't do anything.
Oh, man. You're kidding me. We need to let it out to get it back towards this afterwards.